Hey everyone, today I'm coming to you with my Blue Eyes Shaddoll deck profile. It's a fusion variant of Blue Eyes, similar to the Invoked one I posted a few weeks ago. This one also uses an Invoked engine, but it's a lot smaller. It's just basically there to get you some more fusion spells. So with that, let's get into the profile. Start off, we got 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. Mostly you're going to be summoning those off of Sage's effect. We've got 2 Blue Eyes Alternative. You could run 3, but the deck's already pretty tight as it is. So I'm just running 2. The 1 Dragon Spirit of White for back row removal and for summoning off of Sage. Next we have 3 Shaddoll Beast. Basically there for your fusion summons and for its Send to Grave effect for drawing. Then we have 3 of Shaddoll Squamata. This one also there for a grave effect. And for fusions, you send another Shaddoll to grave when it goes to grave, so then you can get off more Shaddoll effects. Got 2 Alistairs to search out your invocations. Got the 1 of Ariel. You can use that with Beast or with a fusion spell or something to get rid of some of your opponent's resources in their graveyard. Got 2 Ash for stopping your opponent's searches. Next, we've got 2 of Wendy. This one's basically to set an invoked a Shaddoll monster from your deck. So then you can use like a Shaddoll fusion or something to get it to grave and then get its effect off. Then we've got 2 of Hedgehog. This one is to add some Shaddoll monsters to your hand for your fusion summons. Next we've got Triple Sage. Now this card I don't have run for normal summons. This card I have run so you can like normal summon one of these guys or your Alistair to search something, then use Sage's effect on it to get the effect of your Shaddoll monster being sent, and then to summon a Blue Eyes. We've got 2 White Stone of Ancients, more ways to summon Blue Eyes, and more light monsters for your Construct and your Macabas. 1 White Stone of Legend, kind of need it to get a Blue Eyes in hand if you really need one. 3 of the Shaddoll Fusion. Yeah, it's the best Shaddoll Fusion card there is. Use it to make Construct and your other Shaddoll Fusion. Double Melody. You're only running 2 of the alternative, and the way I'm thinking of this, you want to summon your Blue Eyes monsters from the deck, so you don't really want them to be in hand. 2 of Return for recovery and for protecting. Double Trade-In. Again, you don't really want to see those Blue Eyes monsters in your hand. You want to keep them in the deck if you can. I mean, occasionally you might need one in hand to summon an alternative, but you want to keep those vanillas in the deck. And we've got 2 of Invocation, just another fusion spell to bring out your fusion monsters more efficiently. Meltdown to help protect your fusion plays, so you don't get them negated or whatever. They still can be negated by some things, but it gives you some protection's better than no protection, basically. And the 1 of Dragon Shrine to help you set up your grave if you absolutely need to. Then going into the extra deck, we have 1 of Spirit Dragon, 1 of Azure, 1 of Crystal Wing, and 1 of Black Rose Moonlight. So if you have to synchro with your tuners, go into this one, and then if you have the other one in the other tuner in hand off of Sage, you can wait to go into this next turn, this guy here, so then you can go into this. Or if you have to protect or if you feel like you're going to have to protect something, you go into this early in your opponent's turn to protect your dragon monsters. Then for our Xyz monsters, we have Full Armor and Tachyon. basically just there to get a big body on board and to pop something, because alternative can pop monsters, but this can pop up face-up spells as well, which is useful. Titanic Galaxy. This is one of the things that can negate the fusion cards if your opponent is using it. You can use it in this for that same reason, and also to negate other problematic spells your opponent could be using. We got the one of this. It's non-targeting removal, which is useful because so much stuff has protection from targeting these days. We got 2 of Macabre. Pretty self-explanatory for your invoked engine. Discard something and then negate a thing. I don't know if this counts, if this discard triggers the Shaddoll monsters from your hand, like Melody. I don't know if that does either. Somebody will have to tell me a ruling on that. I don't know if it does because it's cost, but it's a weird thing. Then 2 of Construct. This obviously one of the better Shaddoll fusion monsters. It was banned for a really long time. 1 of the Grista. This is here basically to punish your opponent for ashing you, because then you can use Invocation and then this. Then 2 of Winda. This is to slow your opponent down, mostly to stop them from making huge boards and going into Appaloosa and stuff. Alright, next off we're going to go into the side deck. We have 1 of Invoker of Madness. It's a good monster in case like one of your something gets negated or something, or like your Alistair in Grave gets DD Crowed or Called by the Grave. You can use this for material instead on field. Double Sphere Mode. Get rid of those problematic monsters your opponent controls. 3rd Ash. Double Called by the Grave to out your opponent's hand traps or to stop their fusion plays if you're doing playing against another Shaddoll-based fusion deck. Double Twin Twisters to pop back row. I don't know if this triggers the Shaddoll monsters going to grave effects, but if it does, that's a bonus. Infinite Impermanence. Gotta have 3 for your negates. It's good to have this to stop a problematic monster from letting your opponent go off. Got 2 of Solemn Judgment. And then 2 of There Can Be Only One. This one's a really good floodgate, and it doesn't really hurt you that much because a lot of your monsters are different types. And then Judgment to negate things. This is one of the things that can't negate the fusions while Meltdown is on board. But if your opponent doesn't have Meltdown on board, or you're not playing against that particular deck, it's pretty good. Anyway, I think that about does it for this deck profile. If you're new, be sure to like and subscribe, and comment to let me know what you'd like to see in the future. And I'll catch you guys next time.